Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video we are going to understand something new, right? And what is the something new is, let's suppose or imagine you are given a massive string of numbers and you need to process thousands of query instantly, right? So for each query you have to extract a substring and throw away all the zeros, and you have to concatenate the remaining digits into a single number. Okay, and then you have to multiply the number by the sum of its digits, right? So let's try to understand what the question is saying. Okay, so this is the question we have given, right? So the question says that 3756, right, concatenate non-zero digits, right, and multiply by some 2. Okay, so this is the problem what we have given, that we have given the strings, we have given queries, we have given two things we have given. Okay, so this is a string and this is a 2D array we have given. Okay, now it is saying that at each query, right, we have left and right indices we have given, means the bounds we have given, right? So for query at it, let's suppose we have to extract the substring from left index to the right index, and then we have to perform the following. What the perform? So very first, form a new string called new integer called x by concatenating all the non-zero digits, and then we have to form the from the substring in their original order. If there are non-zero digits, you will apply x equal to 0. Otherwise you have to extract all of them in the order which are non-zero, means we have to skip the zeros. Okay, we'll talk about this. Okay, let the sum be the sum of digits in the x, and the answer is x into the sum. We have to return the integer answer, where answer at I is the answer to the ith query. Okay, means how many queries we have given, that all those query we have to find out and we have to do the sum, like that we have to do. Okay, and this is what we have to take the modulo, so that you will get O of 1 as a time complexity, and you will not go into the TLE, time limit exceed. Okay, you will not go there. So basically the problem says that you have to focus on the non-zero, means we have to skip the zeros. Okay, the problem asks us to ignore 0. If our string is, let's suppose we have 101. Okay, so the number formed is 1 2, means we have to skip 0, right? If our string is this, so the number form is this. So like that we have to skip the zeros. Okay, so we can achieve our perfect code by only updating the prefix number and the digit count when a digit is greater than 0, right? If it is 0, we will not do anything, we will skip it, and we will only perform if the digit is greater than equal to greater than 0. Okay, and we only need to focus on the prefix number and the digit count. Let's try to understand what is the prefix digit and the count. You can go through this example so you will understand what we are talking about. Okay, let's go ahead and understand. The very first thing what we have given is, give me 1 second guys. Yeah, so we have given, let's suppose the given string we have given, right? So we will take as a string s equal to 304, and we'll work on the prefix array, how the prefix tables will work, right? So let's suppose we have three things: sum, x, and count, right? So basically we want a string, this one, right? And this string we have to create all of these prefix tables. Okay, so how we are going to build the array? Let's suppose that the very first, before we start at I equal to 0, right, at index 0, what we have? 3 we have. If you go here, right, we have given this string we have given, and at index 0 what we have? 3. At index 1 what we have? 0. At index 2 what we have? 4. So we have to use these things. Okay, so let's suppose before we start at index I equal to 0, so sum at this value here, x and count all are 0, correct? So at index 0, when d equal to 3, since our value, the digit 3, right, that we have at index 0, right, it is greater than 0, right? So we will shift x, okay, and we'll add 3, and then increase will increase, count will increase, right? Means basically we'll mark sum where previously it was 0, now we add the 3, so how many it become? 3. So we will update it 3. Okay, similarly we'll go for x equal to 1, right? The index this we are talking about, so initially all are 0, right? Now what we will do is we do 0 into 10. Why we are going to do 10, I will explain you later. And plus 3 is equal to 3, so it become 3. Okay, and then we have count, so count 0 plus 1 is 1. We'll talk about that one, don't worry. Then we have index what is at index 1? We have 0, right? So d is 0, it means count, and x and count will not do anything, means do not change, just copy the value. So previous value we'll use it here. Okay, now let's go to the index at 2. What we have index at 2 is 4, correct? If you go here, index 2, what we have is 4, right? So we got index equal to index 2 at, we have digit is 4. It is greater than 0, so we'll shift x and we'll add 4, and then count will increase. So basically at sum at 3, what we will do, previous value is 3, now we have added 4, so it becomes 7, and x at 3 is 3 into 10 plus 4 is 34, right? And the count become what? 1 plus 1 is 2. So basically now our sum x and count become is 0 3 3 7, 0 3 3 34, and 0 1 1 2, right? So basically sum is the cumulative sum of the digits, right? And then we have is a x is a non-zero numbers so far, correct? And the count we have is total non-zero digits seen so far. Okay, that we will understand. Now the main topic what we have here is window extraction. Okay, so let's imagine we want the query as a substring, right? So suppose our array look like this after processing a string is, we have xl is equal to 3 and xr equal to 357. Okay, basically this 3 is the number before our window start, right? And this when the number at the end of the window, basically the window start from here and it will go till here, right? Like that we can think, right? So we want to isolate just the window, means we are talking about the 57 part 57. So how do we get rid of the window, right? Leading 3, right? So basically we have given xr, let's suppose it's 357. Now I want to remove 3. So how we will remove the 3, right? Because we want to isolate it, right? So we look at x at l, which is 3. So how many non-zero digits were added inside the window, our window? So we can find how count, what is count at right minus count at left. If we'll do minus, we'll get the length, right? Which is talking about the digit 5 and 7, right? So if we'll shift x at l to the left by the length places, so we need to multiply the value 10 to power 2, right? Because 2 we got the length. Okay, so we are using 10 to power 2, and so it becomes what? 100. Basically the xl, right, x at l and into 10 to power length is equal to, we got 300, right? So now we perform a single subtraction. How? 357 we have is x at r, and 300 we got from the shifted x at l, right? Now we, after the subtraction, we have 57, which is isolated value, and this is our exact window value, right? That we need right here. I hope till now you have understood. The very first what we have done is we have understood that what we need to do in the problem statement. Basically we have to skip the zeros, right? And we have to form the number, right? Then we have the prefix array, so we will use the prefix tables, right, to build these values. So it will be easy for the window extraction, because that is the magic part, right, where we just need to apply, we need to find the length, and then once you find the length, you just need to apply this value, you will get the value, right? X at r, shifted x at l, right? We will find. So it is easy, just you need to subtract and you will get the window value, right? So this is what we want, guys. Okay, now let's talk about how we'll implement the code. So basically we have given this value, right? So we need to take the mod, then x at n. What is the x at n? So max value will take of the n, and then power of 10 we will use. So these are the things we need to define as a max, right? Sorry, as a final value. Okay, so this part will only test the value, right? This is a static code, so it will run only for all the test cases, right? Now to understand is sum and multiply. Okay, so the function we have given is string and the queries. You need to define n, sum, x, and count, right? We know that these are the prefix tables we have, right? So we have to use, and from each character you will get the current digit, right? We can get it, and just you need to sum at I plus d, and you will add at sum at I plus 1. You will need to do, right? And you have to keep doing this value, right? If d is greater than 0, then you will calculate that we have already talked about. If d equal to 0 means we have to skip it, right? And then they will find, right? So basically we want to find sum, x, and count, means I plus 1, I plus 1, I plus 1 at we need to find, right? That we have already talked about. Then we have the queries, right? And now we have the resultant. So this resultant we have to return, right? Because this is the 2D array we have, and we have to return all the answer array or result array, we can say. So result array will take, right, how many queries we have given, then at each query we have some answer, right? That answer we will put. Okay, so basically first we find the left and the right, that we have already talked about. We will find the length, right? Once you find the length, then you will find the value at x, right? So we know that the total value into 10 to power the length will become, right? So we can 10 to power the length, you will get the value, you will multiply it, and basically you will get the value, right? And once you will do the subtraction, you will get the isolated value, that is the val sum, we can say that. Okay, and once you will find that, you need to just multiply this value so that you will get the exact value after taking the mod, right? Mod into power something, you are getting power, so you'll get the value. So you need to multiply it, so you will get the resultant, and so you will apply the value here and you will return this value. I hope you like this video. You pause this, go through this code, right? So you will understand easily. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit subscribe this channel and let me know if you have any doubt in the comment. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Please like, subscribe this video and the channel. Please subscribe this channel and share with your friends who are doing preparation on the daily basis. So I was a little busy, so I have not made some videos, but I'll keep uploading the previous videos also if I have missed. So keep watching and try to solve by your own, right? If you understand the problem, and give some time, you will understand this problem. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.